Please note that the shower featured in this video is a 4 by 4 by 5 foot high mock-up shower. First, mark a hole in the substrate for the drain using the ProVa pan as a template. Note that the hole should not be larger than the template in order to avoid possible damage from the lack of support. Drill the pilot hole and then cut the substrate for the drain. Prior to applying the mortar, it is helpful to dry fit the drain and pan assembly to ensure it is a proper fit. Apply a modified thinset mortar onto the entire shower floor area using a minimum of a 1/4 by 3/8 of an inch and up to a 3/8 by 3/8 inch square notch trowel. Work the ProVa pan into the wet mortar. Lift the first panel to ensure that full coverage has been achieved in order to provide maximum support. Install the 3 remaining panels. Walk on the panels to ensure that the mortar becomes embedded into all the panel ridges. Using a modified thinset mortar, install all of the inside corners using a 1/4 by 3/16 of an inch V-notch trowel. A good tip is to use 2 trowels, making it easier to smooth out. Measure the joint strip to length. Fold the joint strip in half lengthwise to make a crease for easy installation. Embed the joint strip in a modified thinset mortar using a 1/4 by 3/16 of an inch V-notch trowel. You will need to repeat these steps for all inside horizontal and vertical corners. Spread the modified thinset mortar using a 1/4 by 3/16 of an inch V-notch trowel and embed the ProVa mat into the mortar using a flat trowel. When overlapping a joint, it must be at least 2 inches. Using a 1/4 by 3/8 of an inch or a 3/8 by 3/8 of an inch trowel, spread the drain area using a modified thinset mortar. Set the drain into the wet mortar, making sure that the drain is flush with the pan. Note that the drain has to be glued to the drain pipe prior to installation, if not accessible from below. After all corners, joint strip and ProVa mat is installed on walls. Trowel pan with a modified thinset mortar using a 1/4 by 3/16 of an inch V-notch trowel. Then install ProVa mat cut to fit the shower pan. Flat trowel the entire area to embed the mat into the mortar. Throughout the entire process, run hands over ProVa mat to ensure that no bubbles are trapped. Cut the ProVa mat to fit the curb. Install using a modified thinset mortar with a 1/4 by 3/16 of an inch V-notch trowel. Install the 8 by 8 inch handmade outside corners with a modified thinset mortar using a 1/4 by 3/16 of an inch V-notch trowel. Shown here are the drain components. These should be screwed in, hand tight. Your shower is now watertight and ready to tile.